Hey, Bill Shaka here. Welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. Welcome to Tamarindo, Costa Rica, where we are having an absolutely spectacular day. It's only about 7 o'clock in the morning right now, and I cannot wait to see what today brings. I can't believe the difference in how I feel here versus where I grew up. I mean, the physical footprint is just so conducive to stress-free life. It's unbelievable. And the end result of that is I'm finding that I'm actually able to produce more. I'm looking at my program notes right now, and it's funny, at this particular point in time, I have probably August, September, 4 months of 5-Minute Motivators already scheduled in YouTube and through my marketing software, Cartridge. They're already there. So this is July. You're not going to see this till the end of November. But so there's 4 months already scheduled, and I've got another month's worth of ideas that I'm going to be communicating with you. So this is a very conducive environment. The reason I bring this up is because I need you to find your physical footprint sweet spot. One of the things you should be looking at is that finding where you need to be as successful as you can. And it doesn't necessarily have to have palm trees and beaches. I met a guy from Iceland here. He owned a restaurant. He sold a restaurant so he can move back to Iceland. I said to him, "Why the hell do you want to move to Iceland? There's no palm trees." He said, "Who the hell likes palm trees?" So, I mean, the end result is you got to find what's conducive to you. Okay, so this is one of 2 parts, and I'm feeding my passion here over the next 2 days, so excuse me. I try to present material that I know is helpful to most people, but I want to talk today and tomorrow about implementing change into the corporate culture. This is something that I do a tremendous amount of research on. And I think it's important from an executive and a leadership standpoint. One of the things that we need to do is have a culture conducive to change and to acceptance of change. And in a lot of situations, we don't have that. We have, good cultures that want to move forward, cultures that work closely with individuals, but it's change averse. That has to change. We have to change the notion of not wanting to change, and we have to introduce that into the personality of our business, aka the culture. So I've got 5 tips for you. I'm going to go over 2 today, and I'm going to go over 3 tomorrow. The first thing that we need to think about when we are talking about implementing change and into our corporate culture is this: we need to communicate beforehand that the change is going to occur. And I think this is where a lot of great leaders kind of fall on their face. They understand that the change is going to occur. They know it's going to be good, but they pick up the pieces of the change afterwards. Communicate in advance what the change is going to be. And by doing that, the end result is going to be you start to pick up some of the pieces before the change occurs, but there's less pieces to pick up because individuals are now psychologically prepared for what you're doing. So I'd like you to think about that. All right, communicate beforehand that the change is going to occur. And here's the second thing. I think you'll agree with me on this. Most change occurs because of differences in technology. Not all of them, but a lot of changes occur because we're upgrading software, changing the technological infrastructure of our place, of our organization. That requires training. And the more you train on technology, the easier the change is going to be. I had a cottage industry about 25 years ago. As people started to migrate from, what were those IBM computers? The AS400s or the DEC VAXs. Remember the DEC VAX and the PDP-11s? Oh my God, ancient history. Into more Windows-based programs. The change that occurred caused a lot of people angst, and I went in as a change management expert to take care of that. Well, it's not change. It's not actually getting any better. Changes are occurring as we migrate from PC-based software to software as a service. The end result is everything somewhere up there in the clouds. We need to be able to train on that. Folks, 5 minutes is a short period of time to go through this stuff. I'm at the 5-minute mark. I promise you that I'm going to keep these shorter. Bill Shaka, thanking you for your time. Remember, communicate beforehand that the change is going to occur, and use training as a solution for technological issues. See you tomorrow in part 2. Bye.